me! Bye,
You will go one-on-one with The Undertaker!
Books, the only weekly realistic fantasy booking podcast in the universe. I am your host, as always, Ryan Knightsey, the head writer of Monday Night Raw. And with me, as always, is my co-host, the head writer of Smackdown Live. I guess no longer live, but it is not tapes, but it's not live. It's on Fox. Mikey Manfredi.
Hi, that's me, the owner of Smackdown on Live Fox.
Like it's weird that they cut off the live part, but because I guess it makes sense in terms of like it's been live.
Technically not now.
That's still live. Well, yeah. Well, I guess not now.
These days, but...
not in these hard times, as it were.
Yeah, but like I get it. Like when it was on Fox and there were still fans, it was still live. So like I don't know why they cut that. Weird.
I guess
I guess they wanted to rebrand.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I still call SmackDown Live from time to time because
yeah,
I missed the old
the Talking Smack days.
Yeah.
The old days where we could watch actual live wrestling.
I miss them.
Man. How are you doing, Mikey?
I'm doing great. I got to attend a protest last week, so I'm very excited that I got to do that. It was really peaceful. It was very nice for everyone involved, and there was a lot of really powerful speakers. Mm-hmm. And it was something that needed to be done for sure. And I'm really proud of my community for organizing that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Great.
Yeah.
That's really awesome to hear. Yeah, obviously with everything happening in the world, going out and I don't know. It's weird because like going out and protest is like a much needed thing, but at the same time, it's like during a pandemic, so it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I wore a mask. Like I kept my mask on. I was safe.
Were people acting appropriate, socially distanced and whatnot?
I mean, there was points where we couldn't really do it because there was a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to get that much space. But everyone had masks on, and everyone was trying to respect distance as much as they could.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's a really good thing to have. Oh my god, that makes me so happy. Yeah.
It was a good it was very peaceful the whole way through. Nothing crazy went down. So that was good. I was prepared just in case, but nothing crazy went down.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I had, I was going to come in with my own, like, sort of, like, happy moment that's happened this week. Because obviously, it's been a rough couple. I was going to say, I was going to say it's been a rough couple of weeks, but really it's been a rough couple of months.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, well, like, hold on. But I was trying to think of a bright moment that's happened for me in the past week. And, I mean, obviously, like, morally and ethically, you sort of, like, outshined me a bit by going to a protest. Because all I was going to say was, so I have an Xbox.
Okay.
I have an Xbox, and I used to have one of the not the Games of Gold, but the Game Pass thing. Where it's, like, you pay, like, $10 and you have, like, a butt ton of free games, some of which are, like, AAA titles and whatnot. So at the start of the pandemic, I canceled that, and then I went to go download a game because there was a bunch of games that are on sale. So there was like Red Dead Redemption 2 was on sale for like 50% off. I was like, dope, I'm gonna get it. And when I went to go get it, apparently it thought that I still had the Game Pass, so I downloaded it. I downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2 for free.
Nice.
And then got another game because I was like, well, I'm still gonna spend money.
Nice.
So that's my bright spot of this week is breaking the system, which I guess is ultimately what you did as well. So I guess, the theme of this week is break the system, folks.
So I'm also excited because I was up till 3 a.m. last night looking up barbecue recipes, and I came up with recipes for my own like barbecue rub and barbecue sauces for a vinegar base and like a regular Kansas City style, and I'm excited to use those this weekend.
That's awesome. That's really great. Jesse and I have been using when we've gone to Kroger. They have this. I don't remember the company or whatever for the barbecue, or not barbecue sauce, but barbecue rub, just rub in general, I guess. But it's basically like a rub of like, it might be like a Texan rub or a Carolinian rub. It's like some sort of rub where it's like named after a state, and it's got like it's like tangy and sweet or something, or whatever BS that they write on the cover. We love this thing. We love this rub. It's so good. We're not sponsored, so I won't give their name, even though I can't remember it. No, it's like the best thing I've ever had. We put it on like chicken. We put it on our steaks. We have pork chops, but I haven't put on pork chops. Maybe it's good there.
Me and my dad finally cleaned out the smoker in the backyard, so I'm gonna be using that this weekend, and I'm stoked.
Well, yeah, happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks. Oh yeah, that's today.
Oh yeah, that's today.
Right, this episode comes out today.
Yeah, I forgot. This episode comes out on Friday, which is your birthday at the time.
Yeah.
At the time of recording. At the time of recording, screw you. Who gives a shit? But yeah, happy birthday. So, if you're listening to this, tweet at Mikey. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So, Mikey, first off, happy birthday. Second off, give me your favorite birthday memory.
I don't even know.
I know I'm putting you literally on the spot here. But what is, out of all, what are you, 24 now?
Out to be. Oh, yeah. 24 now. That's the number, which is kind of scary, but here we are.
Yeah, you're as, you can be seen on NBC. What?
It was so bad. It was so bad.
I'm gonna keep giving terrible jokes until you come up with some sort of best birthday memory.
Honestly, it was probably last year. I think it was when me and my friends went axe throwing, which was super cool.
Really? I want to go axe throwing.
It was super sick. We found this one place. We made a reservation. Well, you play. They have like a bunch of different games that you play. They have like a battleship one where you have to throw the axes at the targets and like try to take out your opponent's battleship, and then they have a Jenga one where it's like if you and your opponent both throw an axe at the target, and then when you both throw it, it's like they calculate the difference in points, and then you have to pull that many Jenga blocks. It's the loser has to pull that many Jenga blocks between the difference of what the score was. So it was like they just have a bunch of different games that you can play while you're doing it instead of just like throwing axes at the target, which honestly was just going to be cool as it was. But they made it even more fun over there, so it was sick.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to do. Is it so? It's like it's kind of like sounds weird, but it's kind of like bowling, right? like you sort of get like a lane and a bunch of axes, or I guess one axe, but then you just
it's basically like that. You get like a lane, and a lane usually has two targets, and then you split into two teams.
Oh, that's awesome. God, I want to do that.
It was sweet, yeah. I highly recommend. If you can find a place to do it, I recommend it.
I think there was Jesse and I were like looking up an axe throwing place recently, and I think that's they have like only. It was something about how like you only have to have like 4 people or more as a group to go in and do it. And I was sort of confused because I was like, social distancing and whatnot. Why are you doing it like group of 4 or more? Shouldn't it be less? Shouldn't you be doing
weird, isn't it?
Shouldn't you be doing small parties? I don't understand. Unless you get the entire place, then in which case I guess that makes sense. But I was just sort of confused by that. Anyways, axe throwing and spice rubs aside, Mikey, we're back for another episode of Hit the Books. Obviously,
yeah.
If you don't know what you're listening to. It's weird that it just automatically downloaded, but thank you for the download. But thank you so much for listening. What we do is every single week, Mikey and I, respectively cover and write all of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. So basically, individually we write every single match, every single result, every single promo, video package, what have you. Angles and whatnot. We write all of it. Fantasy book every single week our own episode of Raw or SmackDown. We're basically Paul Heyman and Bruce Pritchard, I guess. So congratulations for being Bruce Pritchard. Brother love, Mikey Manfredi. So yeah. Thank
you for being Paul E. Dangerously.
Of course. Of course. I mean, I have this big old phone
and the advocate for the beast.
Yes. I am the advocate of the beast, which is I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Anyways, I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. So thank you so much for listening. I guess last week we ran a poll as always. We sort of run polls on our Twitter after each episode comes out, so that you, the listener, can vote on which card you liked better. Just so that way, then the other person gets to mess with the loser next week. So it's a fun little game that we have brewing here. But we did the poll last week, Mikey, and the result came back. It was a tie. It was a dead tie.
That is a brand new thing. That is unprecedented.
That is unprecedented indeed. We've never had
uncharted territory.
We've never had a tie before after doing it for 9 episodes so far this season. We haven't had a tie. It's our first tie. I tweeted out that we're gonna have to talk about it. So what are we doing? I guess we can either somehow do a kind of not really a rock paper scissors because that's not visual or something to have a winner, or one of us or both of us win and we don't roll the randomizer at all, or both of us lose. I don't know. What are you thinking? What do you think we got to do?
I'm thinking, as much as I hate to say it, I think for the fans.
Oh no!
In the event of a tie, both of us lose.
But we both get randomized.
We both get randomized.
I mean, yeah, I think that makes sense. As much as I don't want that to happen, since I have been lost my streak. I can't afford more injuries and wellness policy violations. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if there's a tie, we both lose.
So I guess you hit it for me, and I'll hit it for you.
Yes.
Once we put our cards.
Oh, and then that sucks because it's not only that, but the next episode is the pay-per-view where we're gonna have to both hit each other again.
It's just we're gonna get these next 2 weeks are gonna be bad for us, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough.
It's gonna be rough.
Okay, well then, you know what? Let's just get into it. Let's get into the goddamn show. I guess, default to what last week was, I'll go first and present my card. So, Secret Santa style. Mikey's never heard this before in his life. Mikey, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
Big old opener. Roman Reigns opens Raw. If you don't remember,
Detective Roman.
Yes, if you don't remember,
his big magnifying glass.
If you don't remember last week, Roman Reigns says he's going to clear his name, so he's coming out to clear his name. Roman says that Sally, this has been coming for a long time, and he's like, I've heard all the reports, read everyone's Twitter comments. Trust me, I understand where you are all coming from. I get
for a second, I thought you said Sally. This has been coming for a long time, and I'm like, who's Sally?
Sally Fields.
Who the hell is Sally?
Sally Fields, Abraham Lincoln's wife. Kennedy Center honoree. She's Sally Fields. He says, trust me, Sally, I understand where you're coming from. I get that I look bad right now, seeing that I took Aleister Black's spot in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. It looks rough. But I had nothing in making that call. As it was explained to me, Keith Lee and I were having a good series of matches, and I lost my spot. We were having a good series of matches, and since we were even 1-1, the powers that be wanted to see a third match. And then I got to Money in the Bank where I met the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, who is apparently now this weird corporate figure. Well, after weeks of talking to Bray Wyatt, I talked to some of the guys in the back and got hold of 2 security tapes from the night Aleister Black was attacked. Let's play tape number 1. Ironically enough, I can't believe you said that. Tape number 1 is played, and it's a clip of Roman sitting and eating in catering.
He's eating pudding.
He's chatting up. He's talking to Ricochet. They're both at a table, talking to each other. Arena Live Roman says that there he was talking to Ricochet, eating his dinner. Make sure everyone, you look at the time code on the bottom right of the screen. The time code, says I don't know, 6:30 or something. I don't know.
I got it. I get the idea.
But now let's play tape number 2. Tape number 2 is played. It's a camera set up in the parking lot. We see Aleister Black walking through the parking lot, headed to the arena. The time code reads a similar time to tape number 1. Suddenly, an SUV drives through, clipping Aleister Black. Four men dressed in all black exit the vehicle and begin to beat down on Aleister Black. Black at one point gets the upper hand with a fade to black on one individual, but that comeback is quickly outnumbered. The assailants throw Black through a door in the arena and drive away. The feed then cuts back to tape number 1, where we see Black being thrown through a door by somebody. Everybody rushes around Black to see what's wrong. And we go back to Roman live in the arena in the middle of the ring, who says, "There we go. I did not attack Aleister Black. I don't know who could have done it, but again, I'm sorry this all happened to you, Al." Then, I'll pause right here. Mikey, thoughts so far?
Okay, I'm liking this. I thought we were gonna get a reveal on who it was, since Backlash is on Sunday. So I thought it was going to be time for the big reveal on who attacked Aleister Black. But it's interesting that the mystery continues, and Roman was just like, "Look, it wasn't me."
He's like, "It wasn't me. I was eating pudding.
I was in the back eating the pudding where the proof was." That's why they don't know who did it, because Roman ate the proof.
Okay, and then next up, second half of the promo, very long opening segment here. Then the Firefly Funhouse theme plays. And corporate Bray Wyatt is on the screen. Bray says that on behalf of everyone here in the WWE, our condolences go out to Aleister Black and his entire family.
It was Bray and his puppets.
What has happened is a travesty. It's 4 puppets in black. It's all a bunch of marionettes. Where was I? What has happened is a travesty, and the person responsible, however big of a dog they may be, will be held accountable, fined, and promptly fired. When he says fired, the screen cuts to like fire, and you see like the Fiend and everything. It's like all creepy. Corporate Bray then says that he thanks Roman for showing everybody these tapes. It really shines a light on your innocence. Then Ramblin' Rabbit enters above the desk and asks Bray, "But we still think Roman did it, right, Bray?" Bray says, "Not now, Rabbit." Rabbit pesters further until Bray snaps his fingers, and 4 rabbits dressed in all black attack Rambling Rabbit. They throw him underneath the desk, and they're like they're throwing up fur and whatnot. Rabbit
Jesus.
Puppet things. Bray then relaxes and comments how easy it is to just snap your fingers, and something that annoys you can be gone in an instant. Bray continues saying, "Here's the thing, Roman. The boss tells me that you may be stepping out of line. You're here to serve a purpose, to fill a hole left by someone no one can see, the same thing I was made for." Abby the Witch then chimes in saying, "A purpose." Bray says that he and Roman are a lot alike. We both ultimately want to be liked, and we'll do everything in our power to achieve that. Ego's a funny thing, isn't it? Corporate Bray then says that he talked to the man upstairs and got a match put together. "If I win, Roman, this Sunday, you will tell the truth. If you win, well, he won't like that." Rambling Rabbit comes up for the table, all injured, telling Roman to run. "Get out of here, Roman." Bray pulls out the classic sledgehammer and says, "See you on Sunday." Waves, then waves at the camera, then sledges Rabbit, over and over again.
Bray Wyatt just pulls out a gun.
Jesus Christ. Yes, that's he sledgehammers Rabbit continuously, and that's the end of the opening segment.
Jesus, a lot going on that opening segment. Roman was just trying to prove his innocence. Then Bray Wyatt was like, no. All done.
Yeah, give me your takes. Give me your thoughts here. A lot to unfold. A lot to unpack.
Rest in peace, Rambling Rabbit. Have to pay respects.
Yet again.
But this is turning into an interesting development. It makes me think that maybe when he snapped his fingers and all the rabbits in black suits attacked Rambling Rabbit, it makes me think that maybe not the Fiend or Bray Wyatt specifically had something to do with it, but maybe like Vinnie McMahon, and he was trying to maybe pin it on Roman because it looked like a frame job almost, because it looked like Roman had the biggest chance of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I think I think it could be. I think it could be like a frame job by Vince McMahon. I don't know who exactly who he hired to attack. I don't know who those 4 people are, but I think the mastermind behind it is the big boss man himself trying to get Roman in trouble.
Very interesting. Obviously, this also leads into a Backlash pay-per-view match announcement. Bray Wyatt, corporate Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns.
All right.
Get that match announcement out of the way here. Let's go into match number 1, which is going to be The Miz versus Sheamus. And in this match, Miz has been on a little bit of a tear recently, and he's trying to get back into that spot. The Miz wins. Defeats Sheamus with a roll-up.
Continues the hot streak.
Yeah, wins of a roll-up. After the match, John Morrison attacks The Miz and holds the IC title above his head, which, of course, leads into a backstage interview with John Morrison. Morrison angrily says that if no one's going to step up and stop The Miz, I guess I have to do it yet again. Morrison then challenges Miz to a rematch at Backlash, saying, "Fine, Miz, I'll give you another shot, and this time I'll prove once again that I am the greatest, the must-see thing on television. I am the greatest superstar this side of the ocean. I will end you, Miz. Consider the show over." Then the camera stays on Charlie Caruso, and she gets a tap on her shoulder, and it's revealed to be R-Truth wearing a fedora and a trench coat. He tells Charlie that something fishy is happening on Raw, and it's not the salmon talking. Truth then pulls out a magnifying glass and stares down the lens, saying, Truth pulls out a magnifying glass and stares down the lens and saying, "I will get to the bottom of this," and then leaves.
I thought you were just going to pull out a salmon and pretend to use it as a magnifying glass.
No. There is levels of stupidity, I guess.
Now we don't only have Detective Roman, we have Detective Truth as well. I love it.
Yeah. So
also, Detective Truth is such a great name.
Yes, Detective Truth. Well, he's gonna find the truth.
Detective Truth, because he's gonna find it. He's gonna find the truth.
This, of course, just the announcement here that it's official: John Morrison versus The Miz at Backlash for the Intercontinental Championship.
All right. Seems like a dope matchup. I'm excited.
Yes, the squeakquel, as we live and breathe.
John Morrison versus Miz, the squeakquel.
Yes, as we live and breathe. This goes into the next match, which is Shayna Baszler versus Carmella. Especially after what happened last week. Shayna Baszler gets the win over Carmella. After the match, Nia Jax jumps Baszler from behind with the briefcase. Nia Jax gets on the mic and says that at Backlash you will remain Miss Money in the Bank and remain genetically superior. Of course, that's the match has already been announced. Nia Jax, Carmella, Baszler for the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase defense. Mm-hmm. Next, we got a video package, which is just the New Day versus the Disciples, Seth Rollins and I don't know what I was thinking about it. The Disciples doesn't really work as a tag team name because Seth Rollins isn't the disciple; he's like the leader. So I don't really know what to call them, I guess. But whatever it is, it's the New Day versus Rollins and Murphy's rivalry highlight sort of video package here.
Gotcha.
Next up, we have. Oh, I should say. So last week when Mikey screwed me over, gave some drugs to the Usos. And
I didn't listen. It's not like I personally went into your locker room and was like, "Hey, Usos, you want some drugs?" Yeah,
but they got a wellness policy violation.
Hey, you want some drugs?
One of the Usos got a wellness policy violation last week. So I said last week that after LSC versus Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, LSC went to further beat down Ricochet and Cedric after the match. I said Shorty G. Instead, it was originally supposed to be the Usos, and then I changed it to Shorty G. And then as I was writing this episode, I realized that Shorty G is injured and has been injured for he's been injured for 10 weeks. And I was like, oh, I forgot I can't use him. So I switched it out. It's actually R-Truth who ran in to save Cedric and Ricochet. So there we go.
Detective Truth getting justice for all.
Yes. R-Truth would have been the only other option. So if I realized that Shorty G wasn't available last week, R-Truth would have been my only other option probably. So of course that leads into this tag match, which is LLC, Bobby Lashley and Cesaro with Lana by their side versus Cedric Alexander and R-Truth.
All right.
Detective Truth, as it were.
Detective Truth.
LLC win this match yet again. After the match, King Corbin comes out and tries to get LLC to beat down Cedric and R-Truth even further. But then, before they do anything, Lana holds back Lashley and Cesaro, and she holds out her hand to Corbin, sort of like, asking for a pay. Like when a hotel what's the person? When people at hotels or whatever, like characteristically put out their hand
and they kind of
for money.
Hold their hand out like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Lana does that. Corbin slaps her hand out of the way and tells them to beat down Cedric and R-Truth.
Whoa.
He's the king. He's going mad with power. Lana turns.
He should have money to pay them.
Okay, fair enough. Lana turns to Lashley and Cesaro, and then LLC leaves, refusing to attack without payment.
I thought they were gonna beat down Corbin.
No. They leave, refusing to attack without payment.
Interesting. That they're making a no wonder they're called LLC, because they're making a small business out of destroying people.
Exactly. Thank you. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. I hope. Can I just do a real button to really, if this is happening live, Twitter would be like, "Oh, this is who they are."
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, LLC. They're just basically modern day APA. That's all they are. That's all they are, folks. Backstage interview with Daniel Bryan come up next. He says that he's turned a corner and he wants to use his skills to help the younger superstars, help them get better. Brie recently told him that he shouldn't hoard his skill, especially when he only has a couple more years left in him. She said, I could do some good, and she's right. I want to do some good. That's why I'm pulling myself out of the 4-way Heyman Hustle match tonight. And giving it to someone I think deserves the spotlight more. Andrade and Zelina Vega walk up and scoff. Vega tells Bryan that if he actually wanted to make a difference, maybe he should allow Andrade into the match. Bryan says, humbly, that Andrade is an amazing talent, but there are some things holding him back, and that thing is you, Zelina.
Whoa! Call out.
Andrade starts, saying some shit to Bryan in Spanish, and then spits on Bryan. Again, reminder, we're in a non-COVID pandemic world, so that's fair game. Bryan then, of course, looks at the spit and over at Andrade and stiffly slaps Andrade across the draw. Andrade
I can just hear it. I can hear the whap.
Of course, and then Andrade and Vega leave.
Tension building.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I can feel that moment. Like,
yes.
I can feel that argument to spit to slap moment and just hear it. Like, I could hear the
Mm-hmm. It's a stiff, loud slap.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we have the tag match, the number one contenders match for the Women's Tag Team Championship between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, taking on Bianca Belair and Naomi. During the match, Bianca, Belair, and Naomi pull out Ripley and brutally attack Rhea's hurt leg. Remember?
Oh no!
Remember last week when they attacked Rhea's leg?
Yep.
Morgan comes in with the save, but sadly, this fight continues until it turns into a double countout, resulting in a draw.
Oof.
So yeah, that's what's happening here, folks.
What are we going to do about that situation?
Tune
in on Friday to find out.
Great answer. Great tease. Next up, we have a backstage interview with The New Day. Kofi Kingston says that in his absence, he has seen this plague of a man that calls himself a messiah take over Monday Night Raw. He believes, he being the messiah, believes that his vision is what's best for Raw. His vision of letting go of the past will lead to betterment. His vision will bring forward a new generation into this world. Kofi says, I'll tell him this. The new generation arrived, and it was called The New Day.
Hey?
And the New Day changed tag team wrestling in WWE for the better. It changed when we remembered our past and celebrated its accomplishments. And it changed when new blood like Big E and Xavier Woods came into this world and brought good. Now, I am no messiah. I am just a man just like you, Seth Rollins. At Backlash, the New Day will take away everything you think you stand for and bring the Raw tag team titles back into the light.
Hell yeah, New Day. I love it. That was a great promo.
Yeah, Kofi showing you why he was WWE champion to begin with.
What an awesome promo. That was great all around from Kofi. I love the we are the one who brought in this generation, the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, they're just like his hype man apparently.
Oh yeah.
Because it's literally just Kofi talking.
Honestly, can I be honest? This is one of the matches I'm most excited for at Backlash.
The New Day versus the Disciples.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I was really like, as I was thinking about it, I was like, I started like thinking a lot about what the Seth Rollins character actually is, and I was like, oh wait, okay, there's interesting stuff here. I just gotta think of more things to do with it. Next up is the main event, which is another one of those Heyman Hustle matches, that fatal 4-way that I did a couple weeks ago. It's another one of those. Again, remember the whole premise of this? I'll just remind you folks at home, the premise of this is being that like Paul Heyman is trying to find someone who can take on Brock Lesnar, be a worthy challenger. So he's sort of picking people that he believes are a good idea and putting them into this mosh of a fatal 4-way. He originally picked Keith Lee, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus. Sheamus dropped out because he wanted to focus on the IC title. Daniel Bryan, we heard from earlier tonight. Paul Heyman said that after Sheamus, he's found a replacement. Daniel Bryan said he chose a replacement instead. So we'll find out that this fatal 4-way is, of course, going to be Keith Lee versus AJ Styles versus King Corbin versus Ricochet.
Wow, big one.
Yes, big fatal 4-way. And the winner of this match is Keith Lee, who pins...
Ooh, all right, Keith Lee continuing his role.
Who pins the King Corbin.
Nah, sounds about right.
King Corbin having a rough night.
King Corbin getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, down with the Empire, baby. But yeah, so yeah, that is Monday Night Raw, Mikey.
I love it. It was a great Raw. Kofi had an awesome promo. That Keith Lee winning was great, and we got Miz versus Morrison set up for Backlash. I'm excited.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just going to double check. Is that all of my... Yeah, I believe every single one of my matches have been officially announced. We got it's one of specifically my matches have been announced. We got Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Morrison versus The Miz for the IC title, Nia Jax versus Carmella versus Shayna Baszler, and triple threat for the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase, and then the New Day versus the Disciples for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Big old card, half of the card there, Mikey, and that was my Monday Night Raw. If you liked it, folks, again, go to our Twitter page at HitTheBooksPod, and you can vote there to see, to say if you like this card, go vote there. Vote there right now, and say my card's the best, obviously, before you even hear Mikey's, because that's how fair works. Mikey, like we said, there was a tie in the poll last week. So, you got to roll the randomizer on me. What's happening? What's happening to my card? How are you ruining it?
Let's see what's happening to your card.
Mess with me, baby. I'm gonna take it. This might be rough, but I'm gonna take it. It's gonna be great.
All right, it's still working. We're still going here. I don't know why it's taking so long. All of a sudden,
it's got a lot of data. a lot of data.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. All right. I don't think this is that bad. Ryan, Fox/USA Network called. So for you, I guess the USA Network called. They want a happy ending.
Okay. Would you agree that I may have already achieved it?
I think Keith Lee winning is already achievement of a happy ending. Yes.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think that's good. I don't think I can get any more happier than Keith Lee winning.
It's a pretty happy ending, I will say. I think you passed the test.
Ha! Huzzah! Oh wait, no, King Corbin lost. Hooray! Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, then thank God. The
randomizer didn't get you too hard this week.
Thank God. I needed that one. I needed a safety net here. I was like, I want to keep this card how it is, please. Okay, well that's Raw. Let's get into SmackDown. What happened, baby?
All right, over on SmackDown, we're on Fox Network now. It is Friday night. Everyone getting pumped
on cable, baby.
The last cable show before Backlash.
Yes.
We got Heavy Machinery coming to the ring to open up SmackDown. Tucker grabs a mic and begins to talk. A few weeks ago,
he begins to rap.
He begins to speak. A few weeks ago, we tried to show our opponents for Backlash some respect. We thought we can have a great one-on-one match with two amazing superstars. All they did was spit it back in our faces. Otis interrupts and says, "Me and Tozawa, one-on-one, baby, oh yeah!" Tucker steps back and says, "Well, the man knows what he wants. So One Nation, you gonna step up tonight?" Which means later we have Otis versus Tozawa in a one-on-one match.
Okay, I like it.
But
but
not quite yet. Our match number 1 is Sasha Banks versus Candice LeRae. And when Sasha Banks comes to the ring, she looks like she kind of lost a little bit of energy. You know, she's not as hype as she always is. She's coming to the ring a little disheveled a bit.
So this is also, to be fair, this match, Candice LeRae and Sasha Banks, this is like the third place match.
This is like the losers bracket. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. No wonder she's upset. I mean, she's in the loser bracket.
But Candice LeRae ends up getting the victory, which makes Sasha Banks very not happy.
Oh no.
We just see her looking very upset and very pissed off in the ring. She kind of just like throws some stuff around, kicks over the stairs, whatever. She doesn't hurt anybody though. She doesn't go after anybody.
Oh God, the boss.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So after that match, we have a backstage segment where we go into the trainer's office with Matt Riddle and a doctor. The doctor is asked about Riddle's match against Joe this Sunday. Doctor says, "Well, we have some good news there. Riddle is clear to compete this Sunday at Backlash. He worked really hard this week, and it turns out the injury he did suffer was luckily only a minor one."
Ooh.
Riddle chimes in and says, "Not only am I cleared for Sunday, I'm ready to go tonight, bro. I got a little visit from a friend who has some beef with Samoa Joe. And Joe, we want a match tonight. A tag team match. Me and my friend Kevin Browens want you in the ring tonight. So find a partner and meet us there."
Again, back to when he said Samoa Bro. It's very clear to me that the whole premise is like,
it's just that a lot of these names are too easy to fit bro into.
When you did Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe, did that knowing that you would eventually have Matt Riddle involved and then you could do Kevin Browens, or you just stumbled into greatness?
I think I just stumbled into greatness.
Well, I guess that passes. I love it.
Anyway, we have a match set up tonight a little later on for Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe and a partner of his choosing.
Okay.
Next up, we have the Otis versus Tozawa match, which was teased on the show opener, in which Tozawa wins when Cruz takes out Tucker, which distracts the referee, and that allows Tozawa to get a low blow, which knocks Otis over, and then he hits Otis with the diving senton for the 1-2-3.
Wow. Well, would you consider that a little bit of an upset? I mean, not only pinning a champion, but
I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, I would. The weight difference alone.
And we got One Nation getting a win going into Backlash.
Yes. So does that confirm that this Sunday is One Nation versus Heavy Machinery for the Smackdown Tag Team titles?
Yes. It is confirmed. One Nation versus Heavy Machinery for the Smackdown Tag Team titles at Backlash.
Okay, I love it.
Next up, we have a video package with the IIconics. Peyton begins. "Ha! These idiots on Raw can't even win a number 1 contenders match." Billy says, "I know, right? How in the heck did they all lose? What numbskulls?" Peyton says, Guess we're clear. With no match at Backlash since nobody won the number 1 contenders match, which means these titles will stay. They're cut off by GM Page before they can finish, who tells them from off screen that the match is now a triple threat match for the women's tag team titles.
Ooh.
The IIconics freeze, then begin to throw a tantrum and storm off camera. Paige comes in and takes their seats and sits in front of the camera and says, "Well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, WWE Universe. At Backlash, the IIconics will defend their tag titles against the teams of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair and Naomi." We hear one last cry from Billy Kay off screen as we fade away from the video.
Can you do your best impression of what the most likely phrase she says when she hears that?
You gotta be joking me!
There it is, folks. You gotta be joking me. I love it. There it is. Perfect. We set up for another triple threat match for the women's tag team titles. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yep. Next up, we have our finals for the number one contenders match for Asuka's women's championship. And Asuka is on commentary for this match between Bayley and Ruby Riott. So, this match ends with Bayley picking up the victory over Ruby Riott.
Wow.
Getting the win, coming out on top. And then Undisputed Era comes out to get Ruby. They start surrounding the ring. And as they're all about to slide in on Bayley, Ruby stops them all. Ruby says, "Stop!" And they all stop. And Ruby sticks her hand out to Bayley. Bayley shakes her hand, and Ruby leaves with Era.
Whoa.
And then Asuka enters the ring.
Oh!
And taps Bayley on the shoulder, who's looking at Ruby Riott leaving. And Bayley turns around to Asuka, and the two have a stare down before their match at Backlash, which is now officially announced. Bayley versus Asuka for the women's title at Backlash.
So many things to unpack here. First off, Bayley going on a great sweep. Should say, Mikey, by the way, great tournament. I love this tournament. I thought every matchup he did was great. All solid matches. We got Candice LeRae versus Ruby Riott. We got Sasha versus Candice LeRae. We got Sasha versus Bayley. Bayley versus Charlotte. Lots of great matches. But, Sasha. I think it was Sasha versus Peyton is what you had at one point. Which
it was definitely an awesome tournament.
Yeah, great tournament. Props to you, Bayley.
Bayley going all the way. I would say defying expectations, because her first match was Charlotte Flair, then Sasha Banks, then Ruby Riott. Bayley had everything stacked against her in this tournament. She had three of the best opponents you probably could have had.
Yeah, she did great. She did great on this one. But then, of course, you got to look at Ruby Riott controlling the men over here, controlling the four guys. Which, by the way, four guys. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Maybe it was Undisputed Era. Maybe I sent them.
Oh no!
Maybe it was me. It was me, Austin.
Oh, you son of a bitch. But yeah, then that's something. I don't know what that is leading to, but that's very interesting.
I think it doesn't. It doesn't have to be a storyline bit. I think that Ruby and Bayley just had a great match, and I think that Ruby was just like, "Yeah, you got me this time."
Interesting. Interesting.
Sometimes heels can swallow their pride a little bit, I think.
Yeah, but can Undisputed Era swallow their pride? That's my question.
That remains to be seen.
That's my question.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah, and then, of course, the Asuka Bayley stare down again into the pay-per-view match. I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. You'll love to see it, folks.
And next up, we have another backstage interview with Samoa Joe. And they're asking about his partner for his tag team match tonight. Joe says, "Well, I had to do some digging, but I found someone who knows Riddle's partner inside and out. We're going to dismantle them, and Riddle, you definitely won't be making it to Backlash when I'm done with you, and this time I'll make sure of it."
Ooh.
So next up, it leads into our match between Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe and his mystery partner.
Is this the main event, by the way?
No.
Oh, no, we're not. Oh, my God. Oh, I forgot. We have another main event.
We have Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe and his mystery partner, who is revealed to be Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Sami Zayn.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So we got Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn, in which Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens get the victory when Riddle pins Sami.
Wow.
I figured Sami Zayn was a good choice because Joe would go for somebody who he knows can take down Mr. Kevin Owens. Those two know each other inside and out. They've had rivalries all the time. They're on this roster. They're probably the two wrestlers who know each other best. So I think Joe would have went for the smart play there.
I mean, that's a great tag match right there. just put these four guys. It's like,
that's a tag match I would love to watch. For real.
That's a shoot. I want to see that in real life now. Oh crap, that's awesome. We're not done.
All right.
This card's been great.
We're not done. After this, we have another backstage segment, another interview with Randy Orton about him possibly being afraid of Braun Strowman. Randy says, "Let's get one thing straight. The Viper isn't afraid of that tractor-driving backcountry idiot Braun Strowman. I can read him like a book. He has no finesse in the ring, only brute strength. I can beat him easy. But that doesn't really matter since he won't even make it to me, thanks to my compatriot, the Demon. We have a few tricks up our sleeve to make sure Strowman doesn't get to see Backlash." That leads into our main event tonight. Which was announced last week. Yes. Braun Strowman versus the Demon in a steel cage match.
Yes. And this is... Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to be doing some hosting duties, but I realized... Ryan, shut the fuck up because this isn't your card.
So, we have Randy Orton sitting at ringside. However... contrary to what he said backstage, he is surrounded by 4 security guards. Well, he's got the pressure. He's got the Universal title around his shoulder. You know, yeah. And they're not sitting in commentary. They're all like sitting in like steel chairs at ringside. You know how they do sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like how when Charlotte was watching Becky and I think it was Asuka, and she was just sitting at ringside in the steel chair.
Sure.
Something like that. They're all just sitting in steel chairs. So Randy Orton is ringside with 4 security guards surrounding him. And
which is hilarious because he's Braun Strowman's in a steel cage.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
So we have this steel cage match: Braun Strowman versus the Demon. Towards the end of the match, Strowman and the Demon are fighting on top of the cage. The Demon gets the upper hand at one point, and he goes to throw Strowman back in the ring so he can escape. Randy stops him. Randy says, "No, wait. 1 second." He orders his security guards to stand up, and he takes all of their chairs, folds them up, and throws them on the announce table. Just makes a pile of chairs on the announce table. He looks up at the Demon, and he goes, and he holds his thumb up and turns it down. And instead of throwing him back in the ring, the Demon throws Braun off of the cage through the table with chairs piled on top.
Jesus.
And Braun Strowman wins. But at what cost?
What? Okay, whoa. Oh my god. Okay.
So Braun Strowman picks up the victory.
Which means what does that mean? Victory?
Braun Strowman wins, which means he has a match against Randy Orton at Backlash for the Universal Championship. However, it's questionable whether he's going to make it.
Yeah. The question is 2 days before the match.
The match is scheduled.
He won the match. He won the steel cage match, but two days before the match, he falls from a steel cage through an announce table piled on with chairs.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. So
the Demon instead they give Strowman the win, but they also destroy him in the process.
Yeah, Orton was like, "Hey, I'll give it to you, Braun, but I am Mr. Insurance Policy over here. I've got the Demon. I got you injured. Because I presume maybe that the Demon will probably be in Randy Orton's corner this Sunday.
Probably.
So, holy crap. Crap doodles. Oh, my God.
And that is SmackDown this week.
Holy crap. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Just, top down, solid card, all these matches. I love the tag match. Love Riott, Bayley, Banks, Candice LeRae. I thought was great. Just solid top-down matches, honestly. These are pay-per-view level matches every week. This is how you make good TV. If making
on free TV, we have a steel cage match between Braun Strowman and the Demon.
Perfect. You love to see it. Why not do that more often? Why can't we do more of that, please? That's all we're asking. I like it. I like it a lot. I love the inclusion of Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn again, Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm interested where that goes. Video package, of course, of the Iconics. Awesome. I just love it. It's a solid SmackDown. I mean, not as good as Raw, but it's a solid SmackDown.
Thank you. I think your Raw was great.
Okay, let me hit you with that randomizer then.
Yeah, ruin me.
Ruin me, please. Just a kind.
Destroy me.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess with you because that's what you get for getting a tie. But yeah, good. Folks, if you liked Mikey's card, you can again vote on Twitter at HitTheBooksPod on that pinned tweet at the top of our page. You can vote there. And I rolled the randomizer, Mikey. Oh boy.
I don't like that.
Double booked.
Hit
the randomizer twice for 2 random actions.
Oh no! That's so bad.
It appears I may have come off scot-free, but you, sir, maybe...
I know you got annihilated.
Okay. First up, and obviously you don't have to do it this week. You can just keep it in mind and come up with ideas. Gimmick change. Superstar gets a new gimmick. So obviously, you don't have to do it this episode. You have time to think about it, but you're gonna have to change somebody's gimmick. So I guess
all right, that's gonna have to. I'm gonna think about that one.
Yeah. So start pondering that, and start thinking about what you can do with that boy or girl or tag team.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I guess start thinking. And their second one, since you were double booked. Ooh. I actually believe it's way worse. It's
no.
Cut a match. Someone went over the match length, so you now have to cut a match.
Oh no!
Mark. That one I think is way worse. You hate to see it before a pay-per-view. You hate to see it before the pay-per-view.
All right, I think I know which match to cut, and I'm gonna have to change up my show opener a little bit.
Okay, what match are you cutting?
I'm gonna cut Otis Tozawa.
Okay, why is that?
As much as I hate it, I think it's the match. As much as I hate to do it, I think it's the match that has the least impact here.
Mm-hmm.
On this card, like we already knew these two were going at each other at Backlash. We already had that. We already kind of had the feud building. It's the out of all the matches on this card, it's definitely the most filler match. So I think I'm gonna have to cut Otis Tozawa.
Okay,
which is a bummer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to change up the show opener a little bit.
Change the show opener to just a straight up.
Yeah, more of a call out than more of a call out for Backlash than call out for a match tonight.
Sorry, Tozawa, you're out of here. I'm just gonna ramble as you work on some things. I think that was a good idea. I think cutting Otis Tozawa is a good idea. I think you're right in saying that it's the least impactful, TNA-ful match on the card. Because, yeah, you're right. We already know that this is sort of thing. What you're doing now, reworking the show opener to just include some sort of probably fight or whatever to get some heat into the pay-per-view match, I think still works. I think it all works. If I had to pick a second option in my head, maybe I would have chosen the number one contenders tournament finals to cut and then push that to the pay-per-view.
Interesting.
But I think that the better choice obviously is Otis Tozawa. So it doesn't really it adds a little bit, but you can do the same in just the show opener.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately.
So, all right. So I changed up the opening promo a little bit. It's basically all the same. All they did was two amazing superstars. All they did was spit it back in our faces. Otis interrupts and instead says, "Me and Tucker are gonna beat you down at Backlash. Oh yeah!" And then Tucker says, "The man knows what he wants, and it's a fight at Backlash. We want you to be your best, so bring your A game. You're gonna need it."
So bring your worst.
Yeah. Bring your A game, you're gonna need it.
Okay. I like it. I think that was a good idea, a good choice, and a good change, Mikey. All good things.
I agree.
I guess we'll find out in that poll to see if that change actually helps you or hurts you.
Oh, I hope it. I was kind of excited for that match too. Tozawa was in action for the first time in a while, and I was excited to see it. And I like seeing tag teams in singles action.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it too. Any just to butt back in, obviously you have time. Maybe when we get to next week's show or the pay-per-view, whatever, maybe we can reveal exactly what your plans are. you have at the very least until next week's show, I guess. But right, just to check in, do you have any ideas about a possible gimmick change for any one of your men's, females, or tag team superstars?
I have an idea.
Do you want to reveal?
I
Or
don't
do you
know
want
if it's good.
Do-
No, I'm gonna save it
Okay.
for now.
Who-
I'm gonna save it because I gotta sit on it a little bit and really make sure it's good.
Can you reveal who that superstar is, or potentially could be?
I don't want to spoil anything for Backlash.
Oh, so it could be an effect for Backlash.
It could be an effect for Backlash. Could be. I just got to really think about it.
Okay, I like it.
But
Okay,
if we figure it out, we can tweet it. We'll figure it out. We'll announce it.
yeah,
It'll happen.
we'll announce either. Well, I guess if it comes into effect in Backlash, listen to Backlash this Sunday, which is the great transition into our pay-per-view, which is this Sunday. Backlash. You can subscribe
at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Backlash, folks. At the Staples Center, and now, anyways, I'm gonna stop that bit. Yeah, so you can listen to Backlash this Sunday. It'll obviously drop this Sunday on the same podcast feed you're listening to. So if you want to, you can subscribe to make sure you get Backlash. It's not even a free trial. It's not $9.99 a month. It's completely free by just hitting that subscribe button.
Free for your first month and every month prior and after.
Free forever. That's it. That's all it is.
Free, just free. That's it. Nothing else.
This is turning to like a Rick and Morty commercial bit. So yeah, you can subscribe to the podcast feed and get Backlash this Sunday. Just to go over that card, let me hit you with that read through. Real quickly. That card is in no particular order. It is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus the IIconics versus Bianca, Belair, and Naomi for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Asuka versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Heavy Machinery versus One Nation for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Samoa Joe versus Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. Randy Orton versus Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. Oh. John Morrison versus The Miz for the IC title. Nia Jax versus Carmella versus Shayna Baszler for the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. And then, of course, the New Day versus the Disciples, Seth Rollins and Murphy, for the Raw Tag Team Championship. So a stacked card right in front of us, and you can listen to all of those results this Sunday. So get that when it comes out. If you like what you heard, folks, you can obviously leave a review on iTunes. It helps us out incredibly, and if you leave a very nice, kind one, or even a mean one, we'll read it out. No hard feelings. We'll read it out. I don't give a shit. Anyways.
Oh, Ryan, you okay?
Well, I don't care anymore. We'll read it no matter what. So leave a review on iTunes. It helps us out greatly. Weirdly, I heard someone say that weirdly bad reviews also help, but obviously we prefer the good ones. So leave a review on iTunes. We'd appreciate it.
Leave an honest review on iTunes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Follow us on Twitter at HitTheBooksPod. Of course, there you'll have that poll that will be there on our pinned tweet on Friday, where you can vote on which card you liked more. Did you like Raw? Did you like SmackDown? You can vote there on which one you enjoyed more. And again, you can also, just another reminder, go to htbpod.com. Again, that's HTB, hit the books, pod.com, and you can go to our website. We've officially launched the website where the day after a show is going up, you can read a full written out rundown of the episode cards. So you can go there to check out. If you want to, if you're a new listener and want to catch up, you can catch up by reading the entire archive. It's all there. And of course,
I'm more of a mustard guy.
I'm obviously a ketchup kind of guy. Relish, get out of here. No nostalgia.
Listen,
no nostalgia for me.
Relish is underrated.
And relish is garbage and should be banned from all kitchens. Anyways,
you shut your mouth.
I can't. I'm in outro mode. So again, follow us on Twitter, HTB Pod. That's where you get all that stuff. And of course, it's Backlash pay-per-view this weekend. So I'll post another one of those ranking update things, where it's we get an update about where everyone's ranked, and that'll come out on probably Monday, I guess. The day after and stuff. So again, go to follow us on Twitter, Hit the Books Pod. Go to our website, htbpod.com. It is a great website. Mike and I worked really hard on it, so I highly recommend it.
You can also head to our YouTube channel, Hit the Books Podcast, where you can find our 2K outcomes and a lot of our reviews for different pay-per-views, and all of our episodes are there as well. And
of course, we also have additional shows, not just the pay-per-view this weekend. We have also wrestling statistics every Monday. Me and Craig Leask from ProWrestlingMusings.com and Twitter go over the stats analysis of various matches in both AEW, NXT, sort of like any sort of like match or two that really tickles our fancy that following week. I think this Monday we're going to go over some matches from the NXT In Your House pay-per-view. So get ready for
that. Was a good pay-per-view. I actually did catch it.
Yeah, so we'll go over that. That episode will be out Monday. Sort of looking at the stats from that match. The numbers may surprise you. I guess that's my tease. Mikey, that's it for this episode. Do you have any final thoughts?
I'm excited for Backlash coming up this Sunday. Go tune into that. It's going to be awesome. We have a great card, and I cannot wait to present it to everybody.
Yes. Will we have any title changes? Find out this Sunday. Yes.
Sunday.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of Hit the Books. We love you so much. Please, everybody, stay safe. Please donate to any Black Lives Matter. You can't really donate to petitions, but sign up for petitions and donate to causes that you see fit. There's we've tweeted out links. You can obviously Google them as well. Just want to put that little plug in there as well. Thank you, everybody, again. Have a great day. We know it's a tough time, but we're glad you were able to spend some time, a little bit of quality time with us. So on that note, we've got 2 words for you.
Book it.